field. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Get out the field, defense.
Now they'll run on the draw. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Coming this way, here we go. Want that.
From the 44, Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A gain there of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
14.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson being chased out left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 15 sacks. Let's go to base.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. Gun. Gun, gun. 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have him back. There he is.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run on first down. Miles trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58 for Mike, 58. 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, you got 3.
To throw again is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Kaiser now. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Riley Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. All day. All day. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Reload. 94 is the mark. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On second down, Miles. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He may try and run for this. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Say.
Wilson on the keeper, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's a party now. Check three.
This time Wilson will throw. He'll find Metcalf. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go 58 to the mic. Go. 58 to the mic. 58. Hey, 0. I'm about to take you to school. Easy.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
94. Left pass. Here it comes.
Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Andrew Billings able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 2nd and 9, Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call. But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
6 man. Check.
First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Looking to throw on second down. Kaiser gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down.
What we got?
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what
under pressure, they got him again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on first down, Kaiser airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Kaiser. And he completes it to Cohen. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's Gray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. He's going to be he's sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Bears push further out in front, now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Good job right there. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Come to my work. We won't.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. All day.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
58, right over there, right over there.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Stop here, D.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I know he ain't got it. And 58 is a Mike.
Go.
Rip right.
Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Kaiser. This one caught by Ridley. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down. It's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Wilson now throwing again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, right there. Hey, pick you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Watch the pass. Gun.
Go 58's the money.
I'm here all day.
Wilson will throw again. Forced out to, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
One left.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
Here we go, team.
Again, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears take over first and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Kill. Shoot. Any weapon. Shoot. 6 seconds.
Kaiser on first down. It's caught. It's Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Kaiser now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. I got it. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Jordan Willis. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. It's just me and you. It's me and you.
Here's Wilson to throw. This is Jennings. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
380. I'm on. Watch tight end. 3 down. Check.
Here's Wilson on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Drop deep.
Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Four down. Check. Arvin. 94 is the mark. 94. Hey, 0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lines up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
25.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 87 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A wide ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field, but normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second and 12, Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson throwing on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Punch left, punch left. I got motion. 58's the mark.
Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Kaiser to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Over the middle, complete. It's Alvarez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, we are
Throwing again here, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's all graves underneath my old flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the rest I was never there. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my best are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my best are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head. Start, I'ma leave it of the dead. I'ma